Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the intro, and now let's get right off into the makeup. Start off as normal by grabbing your favorite primer. I like to apply mine by spreading it out in little dots around my face before blending it in with my brush, so that I can be sure of an even application. Then I'm going to grab my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation in Ivory and use the same application technique to get some nice full coverage. Usually I would blend this into my neck as well, but today our neck is going to be a completely different color, so don't even worry about it. Then be sure to set your face with a nice loose powder so that it stays put while we leave it alone for quite a while. After that, I will be using a red water-activated body paint and applying that all over my chest and arms. If you were going out in this look, you would also want to paint your back and lower arms. Then, for my neck area, I'm going to use a dry, or drier, brush technique to create more streaky texture. I'm doing this now so that we have to do less feather work later. Then go in with a second coat everywhere else to darken it all up. For this look today, I took a Greek mythological creature, but I wanted to take it and give it its own personal human twist. So there will be elements of the creature throughout the whole makeup. To go back to the darkening, I'm going to use my SFX Cream Paint in black from NYX and start darkening and texturizing the perimeters of my paint job. That means you want to take this black and bring it in an almost half circle shape around your arms and chest, feathering out. You don't need to blend this perfectly, as the idea of this look is to be somewhat scorched, but do create some kind of black to red gradient. Then, grab some liquid latex with a disposable makeup sponge and apply that to any of the darkened areas. I chose to keep it on the arms, but you can also do it on the chest. Then, layer some tissue on top of that and cover it with more liquid latex. Grab a sharp, but not so sharp that it will hurt you object, like a pencil, and start ripping some holes into the latex. This is a fast and very easy way to create a burn, which is to remind us that a phoenix is born from flame. Then, grab the black SFX cream and work that into the crevices of the burn, before going over that with a light wash of the red body paint. Repeat that on the other shoulder and you're nice and burned. Next, to set all of that cream paint, I grabbed a black shadow from NYX called Cosmic, which is also being used to create a somewhat ashy, charred look. Blend this all over the black SFX cream. Moving on to the neck, I'm going to be creating rows of feathers. I'm doing this by using a small flat brush and the same black shadow, creating downward pointing triangles, which look rather like diamonds when the rows are lined up. I knew I wanted this to go to about my collarbone, but you can make it shorter or longer if you like. To shade these feathers, I wanted to go in fairly simply and just make them look raised. That means that I basically created a little skewed triangle of shadow under the top corners, without shading the insides of the feathers themselves. You'll want to focus the shadow primarily on one side, as this will create a more realistic look. Then, grabbing the black vinyl liquid liner, I outlined all of the feathers. For some reason, I only did the first row right now on camera, but I finished them off later, so you should do them all right now. Then using the NYX Crystal Gold liquid liner, I create strokes at the bottom of each of the feathers to bring more color diversity and texture. My ring light is so bright that you can't see it much on camera, but this step is what really brings the feathers to life and distinguishes them from the rest of the body. Now that the neck is done, let's move on to the face. I'm starting off by grabbing my NYX Green Color Correcting Cream to conceal any redness peeking through the foundation. After that, I grabbed my Wonderstick to carve out some dramatic cheekbones. I don't have any kind of beak for this makeup, so I wanted to hint at elements of a beak in the rest of the makeup. Blend that in before dabbing on and blending in your NYX Liquid Illuminator in Gleam. Before going over that with the baked blush in Wanderlust. I wanted to keep a nice rosy warmth in the face so that it wouldn't be washed out in contrast with all of the red everywhere else. Moving on to the eyebrows. I'm brushing them into shape with a spoolie before softly filling them in with a red eyeshadow. I'm keeping the lines soft because my next step will be to accentuate my brow hairs with the red liquid liner to hint at the idea of feathers. Grabbing my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean, I'm creating a base for the cosmic eyeshadow that I'm about to use. I pack it down before blending it out with a soft brown transition shade. I chose to go for a black smoky eye to bring back some of the idea of smoke and ash that we have on the chest. Bring that under your eye as well, before grabbing the red liquid liner and creating a large winged eye. Then on just the lower lash line, create an inner cat eye and drag it all the way out to create a large second wing under your normal one. Then, fill in the inner corner with the gold liquid liner. I later add some black liner underneath both wings, so you can do that now. Then, add the NYX Stacked Mascara to both your upper and lower lashes before adding the NYX False Lashes in Flirt. With my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, I'm going to line my waterline to keep my real eyes from being lost in the designs. For the lips, I'm going to grab my NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Kitten Heels and apply that all over. Before grabbing my NYX Matte Lipstick in Chaos and applying it just to the outer corners to add some depth and dimension. Then, grabbing my NYX Loose Pearl Pigment in Yellow Gold, I'm applying that on the center of both my upper and lower lips. Moving back to the chest, I wanted to create some kind of symbol of growth and rebirth. So I created an initial structure with the gold liquid liner before going in with a small flat brush and loose pearl pigment to darken it up. This was a very on-the-spot creation, so go with your gut for this and design what feels right. I added several lines, and I let the gold pearl pigment drip down quite often so that it was very shimmery. Then I thought that I was done, so I took my hair down, but I ended up changing my mind and going in with the red liquid liner on the chest, as well as adding a gold crown-like line and some gold freckles. And this is the final look. The inner corner of the eyes, the contour, and the crown line all symbolize the beak of the phoenix, while the winged liner, the eyebrows, and the neck all symbolize the feathers. The chest piece was to symbolize the rebirth and beauty of a phoenix, while the burns on the arms were to symbolize what it has to come from. I really enjoyed giving my own twist to a classic Greek mythological character, so if you want to see more creations like this, then give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below so I know to do them. Don't forget to subscribe before you head out, and I'll see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed this, dragons!